When life feels like it's closing in, where do you run when there's nowhere left to stand? You are my hiding place. You preserve me from trouble. You surround me with shouts of deliverance. Psalm 32-7. There are seasons when life feels like it's pressing in from every side. Moments when time moves too fast, while your strength moves too slow. Moments when you're doing everything you can to hold it together while something inside quietly whispers, "I can't take much more of this." You get up, you get dressed, you show up, but your soul feels frayed around the edges. You're functioning, but you're not really breathing. You're surviving, but not resting. You're present, but not peaceful. Millions across America live right here in this tension between endurance and exhaustion. People who keep going because stopping isn't an option. People who carry emotional weight heavier than their expression shows. People who feel the pressure to stay strong. For children, spouses, aging parents, co-workers, churches, communities, even when their own strength is quietly running thin, they scroll for comfort, but find comparison. They work for security, but feel more unstable. They look for peace, but get noise instead. They try to trust God, but their fears interrupt the prayer before the sentence even finishes. And into this world of quiet heaviness and internal storms, David speaks a truth that pulls oxygen back into the weary soul. You are my hiding place. Not simply a shelter, a hiding place, the kind your heart longs for when fear feels too close, when trouble feels too loud, when expectations feel too heavy. Everyone hides somewhere in achievement, in distraction, in overworking, in entertainment, in grit, in isolation. But those places hide you without healing you. They protect you temporarily and drain you permanently. God is the only hiding place that doesn't require you to pretend you're okay before you enter. His hiding place welcomes the exhausted, the overwhelmed, the anxious, the disappointed, the frustrated, the quietly breaking, the ones who smile on the outside while trembling on the inside. When David calls God his hiding place, he's saying, "There is one place, one presence, where my fear cannot follow and my trouble cannot swallow me. You preserve me from trouble, strength inside the storm, not escape from it." Preservation is not escape. It is protection within. It is the miracle of being surrounded by pressure, but not collapsing under it. Trouble may come near, but God does not let it devour. Fear may whisper, but God does not let it speak last. The storm may circle, but God does not let it sweep you away. You know this because you've lived it. You've survived days you were convinced would break you. You held together moments you thought would destroy you. You made it through nights where sleep betrayed you, and mornings where courage felt borrowed. Somehow, some way, you're still here. That is preservation. A quiet miracle you didn't always feel, but absolutely experienced. It's God holding the fragments of your heart until they stopped shaking. It's God strengthening your mind when fear tried to unravel it. It's God steadying your steps when life felt unstable beneath you. It's God defending your soul from battles no one else knew you were fighting. Preservation is not loud. It's steady, gentle, persistent. The kind of miracle that shows up in hindsight and makes you whisper, "God, you really did carry me." You surround me with shouts of deliverance. Victory announced before it's seen, not whispers, shouts. The sound of heaven declaring victory before the enemy even understands. It is already lost. This is not motivational language. It is a revelation of how God views your battles. In ancient Israel, shouts of deliverance were the victorious cries that rose after God acted. But in Psalm 32-7, God surrounds his child with those shouts before the miracle comes. Meaning, heaven is celebrating a victory you haven't reached yet. Imagine that. Imagine your life encircled by God's voice, God's confidence, God's certainty, God's final word, while you are still unsure, still trembling, still asking, still hoping, still waiting. You feel surrounded by pressure, but you are actually surrounded by deliverance. You feel surrounded by fear, but you are actually surrounded by the voice that defeats fear. You feel surrounded by uncertainty, but God surrounds you with a promise stronger than every unknown. Deliverance is not a moment, it's a presence that steps into your fear and speaks with a volume that anxiety cannot compete with. Sometimes deliverance sounds like courage rising in a heart that was shaking minutes earlier. Sometimes it sounds like clarity in a mind that felt fogged for months. Sometimes it sounds like peace in a storm that hasn't ended but suddenly feels less powerful. America needs this promise, now more than ever. People are carrying emotional loads bigger than their shoulders were built for. The economy is unstable. Communities feel fractured. Homes feel pressured. Schedules feel overloaded. Faith feels stretched thin. People aren't just scared of losing money, they're scared of losing peace. Not just scared of losing opportunities, but of losing themselves. Psalm 32-7 speaks into the core of this cultural moment. God is your hiding place. God preserves you. God surrounds you with deliverance before you even see it. This truth is not abstract. It is oxygen for a suffocated soul. It is shelter for a tired heart. It is strength for people who feel like they are barely staying upright. Tonight, let God surround you. Not your performance, not your planning, not your discipline, not your achievements, not your coping habits. Just God, the only hiding place that restores instead of draining. Whisper it not with strength, but with sincerity. Lord, be my hiding place tonight. Let those words settle into the places inside you that have been tight with fear. Then breathe deeper as this truth anchors you. You are preserved. You are surrounded. You are not alone. Deliverance is already unfolding, even before you recognize the moment it arrives. Amen.